Okay, so let's say that you've now got some data into your spreadsheet. You've got some tables of sales. So down the left-hand side in column A, we have got the months of the year, and in column B, we have got the sales values for those months. And we also have a table of the current month sales split down by area, north, west, south, and east. So what we want to do is add a bar chart for the left-hand table and a pie chart for the right-hand table. So first of all, I'm going to select the data in my left-hand table, and then I'm going to click on the Insert menu. Then I'm going to go to the Column Chart button just here. As you can see, it's got some vertical columns. It pops up with a little tooltip there. If I click on that, it gives me an option of various different column chart types. Now, if I hover over each, it's going to show me what each of them is. They do have 3D bar charts down here, which I must admit surprises me in Excel 2013 that people still use 3D bar charts. They're not really particularly useful, but you may choose to use them. So I'm going to select a 2D column chart just here. And you can see that it has plotted the values of the sales into the chart, and you can see the different elements of the chart are selected here too. So the first thing is on the ribbons at the top, two new ribbon buttons come up, Design and Format. So Format allows you to change the color of different elements of the chart, and Design allows you to apply themes to the chart. So I can see here that I can change the color palette, so I can actually select a different type of colors. I'm going to go for this nice one that's orange. And you can see in this big bar across the top there's different kinds of styles that we can use. So I can use a black chart with orange bars, or I could use a white chart with various different kinds of bars on them. I actually think this one looks quite good, so I'm going to click on that. You can also use these menus on the left hand side to insert what they call chart elements. So you can add in things like axes titles. So if you wanted to add in a title for the horizontal axis, just here you can see it's popped up. I can select the text just here and just type month. And I could add in an axis title for the vertical menu, and I could call that sales. You can also use this quick layout button here to change the way that everything's displayed. So you can choose whether it shows the top value in the range, whether you want it to have labels showing the values of each bar, which in this particular case isn't very useful because it clutters up the chart quite a lot. I actually prefer the first one. So in this particular case, we've got a legend, which is sales. Now, that would be great if I had lots of different metrics across the top here, like sales and returns, say for example, or cost. I might want to have a blue column for cost, but in this particular case, there's only one type. So I'm going to select that and hit delete, and you can see that that has removed that from the chart. You can change the header as you see fit. Okay, so that's our bar chart. I'm going to move that out of the way down here. Now let's draw a pie chart for the other table. So I'm going to select the data and I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to click on Pie Chart, and you can see there's various different types of pie chart. There's a regular pie chart, there's a 3D pie chart, there's a donut chart. Donut charts are actually quite fashionable these days when you see charts in the newspaper and things like that. I think they look quite good. They're a little bit cleaner than and a little bit more exciting than old style pie charts, but you can choose which works best for you. I'm going to click on a donut chart here, and you can see that it's used the other colors in that color palette that I selected. So I can basically cycle through different types of color palettes. So I'm actually going to use this green and blue one, and I can also select the style. So it would be good to choose a style that's similar to the chart that I've already drawn, which is this one. So I'm going to click that. And in this particular case, I would like to see labels on this chart that have the value of each of those elements, but as a percentage rather than as the actual dollar value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Add Chart Element. I'm going to click Data Labels, and I'm going to click on Options. I'm going to click into Label Options just here on the right hand side. And I don't want it to show the value, I want it to show the percentage. And because of the way that the donut chart is coloured, actually those labels aren't very readable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the home screen. I've got them selected right now, so I can click on the font colour and click on white and bold. And that actually shows them up a little bit better. So we think that chart is a nice way to display those numbers. So very quickly, we've just drawn two really good looking charts. They've got consistent formats, and we've added and removed various elements from that chart to customize how we want them to look.